Hi everyone, my name is Reggie and welcome to my channel. Today I'm really excited to be sharing with you my April TBR. In the month of March, I did really good at sticking to my TBR, so I hope I can do the same in April. But I do have a few more books on my April TBR because I know I won't be reading a lot in May, so I'm hoping I can read a lot in April to make up for that. If you haven't already done so, I highly recommend subscribing to this channel. I post new videos about books and storytelling every week, so by hitting that subscribe button, you'll get to join the family, hit that notification bell, and you won't miss any of the fun that happens on this channel. So before we get into the books I want to start and finish in the month of April, I'll let you know I am currently reading 3 books, so we'll go through those real quick. I am currently reading Wire and Nerve by Marissa Volume. I'm reading the first volume of this. If you don't know, this is the continuation of the Lunar Chronicles told in graphic novel format, and I'm loving it so far. I just haven't had a lot of opportunities to pick it up. Also reading Starry Eyes by Jen Bennett. This is an arc I have. This tells the story of a girl who goes on a camping adventure with a group of friends, runs into a guy who she is kind of mortal enemies with. It's jokingly compared to Romeo and Juliet, this star-crossed lovers situation, because both of their parents don't necessarily get along. And it's so far very interesting, set in California, which I love, of course, and there's a camping aspect to it, which is always a good time. I'm enjoying it so far, so hopefully I love the rest of it as well. And the third book I'm currently reading is Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman. This is the second book in the Scythe series. I'm loving it so far. This is such a good book. This is a utopian society in which basically the world has conquered death, but because of that and the fear of overpopulation is a thing, we have these people who are called scythes who basically glean or kill the people of this world in order to control population. It's a very regulated system and they don't like just go killing people willy-nilly, but that is their job. Their role in society is to kill people in order to make sure we're populated properly. And we follow the story for us picks up as 2 teenagers are assigned to be apprentices to a scythe, and it's their journey, and we kind of see the underbelly of this world, and it's super interesting. I'm loving the second book especially. Now going into the books that I do want to read in April, well, start and finish in April, we have 2 arcs. The first one I want to read is Valley Girls. This is by Sarah Nicole Lemon. All I know about it is it's 24 hours in Yosemite. I was pitched this book as, you know, you thought Starry Eyes was set in Yosemite, but you were wrong. Guess what? This one's actually set in Yosemite. 24 hours, a girl and her sister in Yosemite. That's all I know. That's all I needed to know. If you don't know, Yosemite is like my favorite place in the whole entire world. So you say Yosemite, I'm like, yep, I'm there. I'm into it. Second arc I have is Inside My Mind. This is a collection of short stories from authors all about their experiences with mental illness. I'm super excited to see what this book is all about. It has some pretty big names attached to it. I've heard wonderful things about it, and I'm really excited to give it a go. I also plan on reading a couple of books for the seasonal series Readathon. If you haven't seen my announcement video or TBR video for that, I'll link them down below and in the eye. But essentially, this is a readathon I am a co-host for. You have 3 months to read a bunch of series. We have bingo boards that associate to the challenges. Since it's a 3-month long readathon, I am picking some books from that TBR to read this month. The first of which is The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. I'm also reading this as a part of a read-along with my friend Lily from Sweet Love Books that she's hosting, and I'm super excited to read this book. I've heard nothing but good things about the Chaos Walking trilogy since like as soon as I started BookTube. This was a series that was super beloved. I also will be reading Wires and Nerves Volume 2, which is the conclusion to the graphic novel series that is a continuation of the Lunar Chronicle series by Marissa Meyer. And if you don't know, these follow the android Echo, and I love her, and I'm super excited to just have more of this world because it's a great world. I also plan on reading Children of Blood and Bone. This is one of the books on my seasonal series TBR, of course, and I'm so excited for this. I'm just so here for everything that this book is. It is a high fantasy set in West Africa. I'm so stoked for this. I'm also really excited to be reading The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. This follows a young girl from Harlem who discovers slam poetry. This book is told entirely in verse. I love slam poetry, and I'm super excited to read this book. Also, I'm hoping to listen to The Miseducation of Cameron Post, because this is a book that is going to have an adaptation that's coming out in summer 2018, and I am so ready to read this book, and I'm so excited for this adaptation. It won Sundance. It finally got acquired for distribution. Thank you, FilmRise. You the best. And I'm just so excited that this is going to become a thing, and I'm super excited to read it. Basically, this is about a girl. I think the story is set in the 90s. This is about a girl who is lesbian, and she is kind of tackling that and learning about that and discovering that after her parents died, she is sent to live with her aunt or cousin or something along those lines, a somewhat close relative, and they find out that she is a lesbian and do not like that, send her off to conversion therapy. Also hoping to finally read Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli in anticipation of reading also Leah on the Offbeat by Becky Albertalli. I am coming off the heels of all of the Simon Love and Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda amazingness that was last month, and I'm hoping that I enjoy this book and am able to read Leah really quickly as well, because I love Becky's writing and her storytelling and her worlds and her characters especially. And the last book on my TBR is The Nowhere Girls by Amy Reed. This is basically about a group of girls who go to a school, and I don't specifically know what happens, but I know this just tackles a group of girls who form a club or an organization or a group, and it tackles rape culture and rape and all of that stuff in a beautiful way. I've heard basically that this is like Moxie but better, and I loved Moxie, and I love what this book sounds to be, and I'm super excited for it. It sounds like my kind of read, so I'm super excited to get to it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you've read any of these books, what you thought of them, and if you haven't, which books you're also interested in reading. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!